Hello Aquarius, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading. Remember, it will not resonate with all Aquarius individuals, but I'm asking for new energies and hopefully positive energies for Aquarius. And some of you may be dealing with a fire sign, maybe a little bit mature, but a little bit older. But like I said, it's Aquarius. Let me see what's going on here. Beginning energy. It is the full Celtic cross, like I said, and I always clarify. And when I clarify these cards, it changes the story. So please stick with me. You know, it either changes it or gives a lot more information. Someone is moving on from a troubling situation. It could have been arguments, could be something that happened in the family that didn't work out. It could be a marriage. It could be anything, a job. But someone is moving on from troubled situations with the Six of Swords, or they're attempting to. Current environment is the Page of Cups. Some of you may be dealing with a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or messages. I consider pages like messages. Some people consider them young people or people young at heart. But whatever it is, someone is like coming towards you with a cup. And a lot of times I see as a message, or they want to say something to you of friendship, love, and kindness. What's crossing it? An ending. An ending occurred, or maybe it's something that you ended with, or maybe you don't want this from this person with the death, you know, the ending card crossing it. What is crowning you, or your goal, is the Five of Cups in reverse. Maybe you're trying to come out of disappointment, seeing things for the positive nature instead of the negatives. Foundation is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles can be an earth sign, or it could be somebody who's really practical. Again, they're mature, and anybody can take on this energy. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. You could be trying to be more practical and more mature and have enough in your life. And with the Queen of Pentacles, people often looked up to them. They often are kind of like leaders, and to me they are. The ones I know, because they always give practical advice. In the past, you may have leaped into something new, took it a leap of faith with the Fool card in the upright. Like I said, I will clarify these cards, and once I do, it does change up the story quite often. In the very near future, you may be dealing with yourself. Maybe you get your crown put on tightly. Maybe you know what you need to do, and you're looking at past situations, and you're saying to yourself, now I know what I need to do in this world. And like I said, this could be your energy. It is an air energy, and it's in the upright. Possible future outcome and advice from the universe is the Empress, blessings and growth. For some of you that are wanting children, this could be the card for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be, pregnancies or children, but it is a lot to do with blessings and growth and, fruition. What is coming towards you, or the outside environment, is the Eight of Cups. Someone does not want to walk away. Someone doesn't, or if they are walking away, they're kind of miserable. Someone's kind of miserable. Or maybe you're miserable that they walked away, but we can find out. The hopes and fears for Aquarius is the Star card, is in the upright. It's like your card, and you have high hopes. You got good hopes, and you got, where you almost can get a wish. It's not the wish card, but to me it's close to it. So it's always keep hope with that. The outcome, you got the Knight of Rods, maybe dealing with someone in the outcome that's a little immature. Sometimes they're non-committal. Sometimes they're just all over the place and not where you want them to be, or maybe you can't reach them. It's all kind of reasons. But the Knight of Rods is in reverse. That can be a fire sign. Now, let's go back to the beginning. This wants to come out. Queen of Swords, again, you have your crown on. I'm not going to put it down because I didn't call it, but apparently it's letting you know you got this under control. Whatever is going on, it doesn't matter. You got it under control. You got everything that you need to do to get it right. So let's go back to the beginning with the Page of Cups, and what is crossing it, the Death card, or the ending. Page of Cups, the Death card crossing it. Why are you there for Aquarius? Give me 2 cards, please. That's the current environment, by the way. Now, someone's not seeing things for how they are. They put up blockers, and they refuse to make a choice on something or a decision with the Two of Wands. They're holding on to a safety net, but they really want to go with something else. So they're kind of just in a balance there, or should I say an imbalance, because they're not doing anything. They're just waiting it out, and they refuse to see something. And because of that, they may lose an opportunity. An opportunity may go away for good. So they need to make a decision, whether you or the person around you. Maybe someone made you an offer and you're like, I don't know if I can accept this. And then what happens, it's no longer available for some of you. Now, for those that are looking for love, because I didn't see a whole lot of love in here, I will give a love reading at the end with the angel cards, the angel love cards. So stick with me on that one. But I'm seeing here as this Aquarius just getting in control of whatever is going on. Let me go to what the goal is, coming out of disappointment, seeing things for how they are again, and the positives, seeing the positives and knowing what you can do with them. So the Five of Cups in reverse for Aquarius, what crowns them? 2 cards, please. 2 cards. Knight of Wands, still dealing with the Knights, and the Queen of Cups. So you're dealing with probably fire and water and some air, you know, it could be you, and earth. So all the elements are here. So I'm dealing with a lot of Aquarius people. They can be dealing with more than just one person, or someone is already, like some of you may be dealing with a fire energy, some of water, some of earth, some of you air. But it's like you're coming out of disappointment with the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Even though things seem to be all over the place, you are trying to come out of a disappointment situation with them. Fire and water. The Knight, like I said, is very, very quick. They're kind of all over the place. They got a lot of energy. And the Queen of Cups has their emotions in check. And they're very kind and sometimes very beautiful, you know. But they're both there. Maybe you're trying to come out of disappointment with them at your goal, or they're trying to come out of disappointment with you. Now the foundation is the Queen of Pentacles, and I told you what that was about, but I'm going to ask for 2 cards for the Queen of Pentacles as the foundation for Aquarius. 2 cards, please. Queen of Wands in reverse and Independence. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles may be helping somebody that is a little put out, that's a little off, that maybe is aggravated and short-tempered because they don't feel like they have their independence. They're trying to regain independence. Somebody is. And it could be that the Queen of Pentacles is trying to regain independence, and if it is, she is going to do it, or he is going to do it. Like I said, you can take on the Pentacles energy. It's just like reversing something. You see things how it's kind of a mess and off, and you're going to try to reverse the situation. Some of you with the fire sign, like I said, maybe and trying to regain finances too, you know. But in the past, you took a leap of faith in something, or someone wants you to take a leap of faith. Because I do see an offer there in the beginning, like I said. So the Fool card in the upright, while you're there for Aquarius in the past, I need 2 cards, please. Yeah, someone wanted you to take a leap of faith, but you have no hope in it, and you're looking at it as a failed situation, like it could not help you. And maybe that's why you're not making a decision. Because the 7 of Pentacles is right here, is where someone's still thinking about what they should do next. Because I do see or feel that someone is making you a new offer. The only problem with the new offer, you think it's like haphazard, you know, just to jump into it. So you may not like it or not consider it. Maybe. Because I do see you still him-hawing around, but you're not really looking at it either. At least not as the current environment. Now, in the very near future, you're going to look at it. You got the King of Swords there looking at it and saying, what should I do next? Let's find out what the King of Swords wants to do next. So I need 2 cards for the King of Swords in the very near future for Aquarius. Yeah, they're going to come out of taking a break, but they're going to state, this Aquarius is going to state what they're wanting. They're going to say straight out with the Ace of Swords in reverse, if I don't get what I need out of this, I'm just not going to do it. I'm willing to come out, but you got to do your part also. You know, you got to do what you're supposed to do if you don't want me to take an exit from this, whatever is going on. Because I do, like I said, see an offer, but I also see you not exactly wanting to accept it for whatever reason. It'll be different for everybody. But in the very near future, you will come out of taking a break, but there are ultimatums with this, you know, coming out of taking a break with whatever you're telling people. Now, Possible future outcome and advice from the universe. We got the Empress, and I told you that's about it's blessings, it's growth, they're beautiful things. And maybe the universe is saying you can have all this, maybe with some patience, maybe with some kindness, or maybe if someone were this way to you. So the Empress in the upright, while you're there, for Aquarius, I need 2 cards. Yeah, let growth come back in. Put away anxieties of the 9 of Swords and not sleeping at night, because you can have this happy home that you want. A marriage, celebrations, celebrating with family, celebrating with friends with the 4 of Wands in the upright. Now, the outside environment, someone doesn't want to walk away, or a situation is not just going to go away without people having a lot in their feelings, and are very much in their feelings with whatever had occurred. So let's find out more. So the 8 of Cups in reverse, 2 cards please for Aquarius as the outside environment. If someone wants to take control of the situation, they want to do what's right, and they're making a judgment call, and they're looking towards you. You see, they're kind of looking. They're looking. The Emperor. For some of you, it could be a fire sign, an Aries or whatever. But this person no longer wants to be in stagnation. If they're stagnant with you, and they do not want to walk away from the situation, or maybe they don't want you to walk away. That could be it too. They don't want to wait for this. They don't want to wait to tell you this. The Emperor likes to tell you what they're feeling, and they may say, they may come out of the woodwork and say, "I really don't want you to walk away from this." The hopes and fears is a Star card. And that's your card, and you can do anything you want with it. It is your energy. So maybe you have hope for something. Maybe you're looking for something. Maybe you're wishing for something, even though it's not the wish card. For Aquarius, it very well could be, So the Star card in the upright, and the hopes and fears for Aquarius. While you're there, 2 cards, please. Let us know something more. You're hoping towards a possibly King of Wands. This is something more passionate or a fire type sign. But you're fearing that it may go too slow with the Knight of Pentacles, or maybe you're fearing a type of earth sign, But you do have hope, and with the hope, things can come out. It could work out. Now, in the end, you got the Knight of Rods. And it's also the Knight of Wands in other decks. But it's in reverse, and it could be a lot of things. It could be that maybe you could take on this energy, even though it's not an air energy, that you may not fully commit. You may say, I'll try it out, but like I said, if it's not going to work, I'm going to just cut it out. You're going to lay down, like I said, ultimatums. But the universe is telling you got blessings there if you want them. So it's up to you. Because someone else in the outside is looking at you, and they don't want to be stagnant, and they don't want you to walk away. Because it's the outside environment. It could be also that they don't want to walk away, So let's get to, to the end, and then I'll do a love reading. I'll put these up and do a love reading. But the Knight of Rods in reverse, while you're there, is the final outcome for Aquarius. In the very end, I needed 2 cards, please. 2 cards. Yeah, someone needs to get on top of things. Someone may even get a little defensive, but I see it as valor. Someone taking control with the 7 of Wands over a situation with the Knight of Rods that wasn't working out before. So they're taking control, and they may take a little bit of strength and energy to do it, and vice versa. If someone that you're involved with, they need to turn a situation around and get on top of things so it can work out if they're wanting to work it out. The only downfall with this is someone could get a little defensive. Could be the King of Swords, could be you or the people you're dealing with. It also, like I said, someone's going to get on top of things. They got to take control, and also may tax their energy where they feel like they don't have enough motivation, but they do, because the universe is promising you blessings and coming out of anxiety. And the 4 of Wands, which is sometimes weddings and celebrations, like I said. So it's up to you. If you want to, someone's going to ask you to make a decision. I feel that way. I don't think they want you to walk away from what they have to offer, even though you may consider turning it down. You do look at it in the near future, but like I said, you're giving ultimatums. It's really up to you what you want and who you're dealing with, Aquarius. You do not have to do anything you don't want to do. You have free will, you know. Now I'm going to do this love reading, and I'll be right back. Let's get this a love reading for Aquarius. I'm going to do 3-card, 3-pile reading, and you pick the one that you feel that you're drawn to. For some people, they're drawn to all of them. But this is for Aquarius, a love reading. I need 3 cards for the first pile. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Aquarius. 3 cards, please. Three more cards for the second pile. And I like shuffling them in front of you. To me, it's more, you know, it's a real thing. You see it happening. It's not picked ahead of time, you know. I need 3 cards for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, love reading or love advice from the angel love cards. 3 cards, please. I need 3 cards, 3 more cards for Aquarius, for those that choose the third pile. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah, let's see what's going on here, okay? Let's see what's going on. First pile. Now, some people say they're drawn to 2. I have no problem with that. You know how this works. So the first pile. And I do not read these in reverse, okay? I do not read them in reverse because I don't like to split shuffle them. And I don't think the person that does this reads it in reverse. And I think it gives you just enough information and you know if it resonates with you. But I see that there's passion there. You see that? With a new love. With a new love situation. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings, or they will, because remember, this is in the future. So there's passion there for a new love. But it says you got to let go of control issues. Maybe you're obsessive, or maybe they're obsessive. It doesn't matter. Because sometimes it's a person that's interested in Aquarius that has control issues, sometimes. But other times it's Aquarius, you know, let go of control issues. Don't, just let it happen. Just let it unfold naturally. Don't try to overwork a situation. Let it, you know, just let it, you know, go its course. You got passion there, you got new love, but just don't try to control the situation where it messes up, you know. Second pile, if you chose this, someone has codependency issues. Their addictions are affecting their romantic life, and it's not just, you know, addictions. It's maybe relying too much on somebody or over suffocating them, or they're over suffocating you. So someone needs to have a heart-to-heart conversation. They need to, you know, clear the air and state, you know, what's going on here. I'm not, you know, messing around on you. I don't want anybody else. Maybe that's what they're worried about. It could be all kind of things. But whatever it is, someone needs to have a heart-to-heart over codependency situations so you can enjoy yourselves again with each other. You know, have playfulness, you know, recapture that, you know, romance. If you pick the third pile, reconciliation. Reconciliation, you can have that with somebody. And it says stay optimistic about your love life. And positive things will happen. Just stay optimistic, or someone should stay optimistic on you. But someone is still afraid of deceptions. They don't trust it. I saw that in the reading where they were like, Aquarius was like, I don't know if I trust this. I don't know if I want to make this decision with you. But it says it could be that somebody is being a little deceptive. Maybe they're not telling you everything. Maybe they're afraid to tell you everything. So it says stay optimistic, you know, ask them what, you know, if you feel like someone's being deceptive, the best thing to do is to talk to them about it, saying this is making me feel uncomfortable. I feel like this is, you know, going to be deceptive or sneaky, or you're not telling me everything. And they may feel this way about you, so always be open and honest and expect them to be and tell them to be if they really want to have this reconciliation. So it's being positive in it. Don't let past deceptions ruin whatever occurs in your love life now also. I see that also with a lot of Aquarius. So this is your reading. You may have a reconciliation. And it says, like I said, be optimistic, even though maybe there was past, deceptions. It just says, if you want to give it a chance, do so. And don't worry about what other people are saying. I don't know why I'm thinking that or why that came out. Don't worry about what other people are always saying to you, okay? Hopefully you get all this in. I'll talk to you later. And this is your reading. I'll upload it soon. Bye.